Hello, Life Gems. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your destiny was so big that it didn't even make sense to the people around you? Like you were born to live a life so abundant, so overflowing with blessings, that even your wildest dreams seem small in comparison? Let me tell you a story. There was once a young man named David, not the warrior king of the Bible. This David was an ordinary guy with extraordinary potential. He didn't grow up rich. In fact, he often wondered if there was enough money to last the week. But David always felt this deep pull in his spirit, a whisper that said, "You were made for more." Fast forward a few years and David's life completely transformed. Money flowed into his hands like water, not because he was chasing it, but because he'd tapped into his divine calling. And when you're aligned with your purpose, life gems, abundance doesn't just follow. It overflows. Curious about how this could be your reality? Stick around. This video will open your eyes to what it means to be a chosen one destined to live a life of spiritual and material abundance. What it means to be chosen. Being chosen isn't just a fancy title. It's a profound spiritual calling. When you're chosen, you are set apart to shine, inspire, and uplift others. Imagine yourself as a vessel, a conduit for God's blessings, through which His love, wisdom, and provision flow to the world. Your life isn't about hoarding blessings. It's about channeling them to fulfill a divine purpose. Money in this context is not the end goal. It's a tool, a resource. It serves your mission, not the other way around. It's there to help you reach the people, places, and projects that align with your spiritual assignment. The key is to understand that abundance flows naturally to those who walk in alignment with their divine purpose. Here's the mind-blowing part. When you're chosen, the rules of scarcity don't apply to you. Why? Because you're not operating under the constraints of this world system. You're connected to a divine supply chain that never runs dry. The universe aligns itself to support your purpose, and this means you don't chase money. Money chases you. Proverbs 22 states, "The blessing of the Lord brings wealth without painful toil for it." This doesn't mean you sit idly by waiting for miracles. Instead, it means that your work is infused with purpose and grace. You're not grinding endlessly in frustration. You're flowing in alignment with divine energy. This flow turns your efforts into effortless achievements. Let's dive deeper into this concept of effortless flow. Picture a river gliding smoothly toward its destination, unbothered by obstacles. This is what life feels like when you're walking in your calling. Doors open, opportunities come knocking, and resources appear just when you need them. It's not magic. It's alignment. But here's a crucial point. Being chosen doesn't exempt you from challenges. In fact, you may face greater resistance because your purpose threatens darkness. However, these challenges aren't meant to break you. They're designed to refine you. They teach you perseverance, humility, and faith, making you stronger and more capable of stewarding the blessings God has for you. Take a moment to reflect. Are you living in a state of scarcity or abundance? Scarcity whispers lies of limitation and fear, making you feel unworthy or incapable. Abundance, on the other hand, flows from trust in God's provision. It encourages you to dream big, take bold steps, and embrace the unexpected. Remember, being chosen means you have access to a heavenly supply that transcends the earthly. Your role is to stay connected to God, seeking His guidance in every step. Trust that He will provide exactly what you need, not necessarily what you want, because He knows what will truly serve your purpose. In the end, your calling is not about accumulating wealth, but about using it wisely. It's about creating a ripple effect of blessings that touch lives far beyond your own. So step into your calling with confidence, knowing that the rules of scarcity don't apply to you. You are chosen, you are blessed, and you are equipped to make a divine impact on the world. Shifting from scarcity to abundance, the journey to abundance begins with a simple but profound truth. What you believe shapes your reality. Many of us have been programmed with limiting beliefs like money doesn't grow on trees, or you must work yourself to the bone to succeed. While effort and discipline are crucial, these beliefs often act as barriers, keeping us stuck in cycles of scarcity. For the chosen ones, however, abundance is not just a distant dream. It is a birthright, a natural state of being aligned with God's plan. The power of shifting beliefs. Imagine trying to fill a jar of water under a running faucet with the lid tightly screwed on. No matter how strong the flow, the jar will remain empty. Similarly, holding on to limiting beliefs is like living with a closed lid on your capacity to receive abundance. To truly live in abundance, you must replace those mental blocks with empowering truths. One of these truths is that abundance is not reserved for a select few. It is woven into the fabric of creation. The leaves on trees, the grains of sand on the shore, the stars in the sky. God's creation overflows with abundance. Why would you, as a unique creation of the divine, be any different? Letting abundance flow like a river. Now picture a river. It doesn't struggle to flow. It doesn't anxiously worry about running dry. It simply moves with grace, nourishing everything in its path. This is how your relationship with money and resources should feel: natural, free. Abundance isn't meant to be hoarded or chased. It's meant to flow. When you surrender to God's plan and trust in His provision, you unlock the flow of this river. Surrender isn't about passivity or doing nothing. It's about letting go of fear, scarcity. It's about aligning your actions with faith and purpose. When you do this, you'll notice something extraordinary. Doors you thought were locked begin to open. Opportunities arise where none existed before, and resources come to you in unexpected ways. From scarcity to gratitude, another key to abundance is gratitude. Scarcity mindsets focus on what's lacking, but gratitude highlights what you already have. Gratitude is like fertilizer for abundance. It nurtures the seeds of blessings in your life and helps them grow. Start each day by listing 3 things you're thankful for, no matter how small. This simple habit trains your mind to see abundance everywhere. Why chosen ones thrive. The chosen ones understand that abundance is not a reward for endless toil, but a birthright rooted in their connection with God. They embrace this truth and live with a sense of purpose, knowing that God's plan for them is full of hope and provision. They don't just work harder, they work smarter, guided by faith, intuition, and divine wisdom. The mindset shift to abundance is not an overnight transformation, but it starts with one step: believing it is possible. Open your heart and mind to receive what God has already prepared for you. Replace doubt with trust, fear with faith, and scarcity with gratitude. Like a river that flows effortlessly, abundance will begin to flow into your life, transforming not just your finances but your spirit, the purpose behind your prosperity. Let's keep it real. With your spending money like water, without understanding why you've been blessed with abundance, you're missing the point. Sure, you might enjoy the perks of financial freedom, but here's the undeniable truth. It's not just about you. Your wealth, whether it's material, intellectual, or spiritual, isn't meant to be hoarded or flaunted. It's a tool, a resource, a gift designed to bless others, build communities, heal wounds, and create opportunities. Let's rewind history and look at Joseph, a man whose story is a masterclass in purposeful abundance. Betrayed by his brothers and thrown into a pit, Joseph's life could have ended in tragedy. Instead, he rose to power in Egypt, not to indulge in luxury but to save nations from famine. His wealth and influence weren't random blessings. They were tied to a divine assignment. Joseph's abundance was a conduit for miracles, feeding countless people and ensuring survival during a crisis. Now think about this. What's your famine to solve? Maybe you've been blessed financially to start a charity, support your family, or fund a dream that could inspire others. Your abundance might not look like Joseph's, but its purpose is no less significant. Whether you're called to provide scholarships, invest in sustainable initiatives, or simply be a rock for someone in need, your wealth carries a weighty responsibility. Money with purpose creates miracles. Think about the ripple effects of purposeful generosity. A scholarship can change the trajectory of a student's life. A donation can spark innovation in underprivileged communities. Even something as simple as helping a struggling neighbor could inspire them to pay it forward, creating a chain reaction of goodwill. But let's dig deeper. Why does this matter? Money by itself is neutral. It's what you do with it that gives it meaning. Purpose transforms wealth from a mere accumulation of numbers into a legacy. It shifts the focus from having to impacting. This mindset shift isn't just about doing good. It's also deeply personal. Aligning your finances with your values gives your life a deeper sense of fulfillment. Suddenly, money isn't just a means to buy the latest gadget or take a luxurious vacation. It becomes a tool to leave the world better than you found it. What problems do I feel called to solve? Who can I support with the resources I've been given? How can I align my spending with my purpose? The answers to these questions will guide you toward using your wealth wisely. They'll turn every dollar into a seed planted for something greater. So let this sink in. Your abundance is tied to your purpose. It's not an accident, and it's not just for your benefit. When you embrace this truth, your wealth becomes more than money. And that, my friends, is the real measure of success. Point 4, calming the fear of wealth. Here's where it gets deep. Many chosen ones, those called to higher spiritual purposes, experience an almost subconscious fear of wealth. It's a fear that whispers, having money might corrupt you or seeking wealth isn't spiritual. But what if this mindset is holding you back from living out the fullness of your purpose? Let's unpack this misconception and shine a light on the truth. Money isn't the problem. If you've ever been taught that money is the root of all evil, you've been misinformed. The Bible actually says the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Timothy 6:10. Money itself is neutral. It's merely a tool, like a hammer or a paintbrush. What matters is how you use it and where your heart lies. The love of money, greed, selfishness, and an insatiable hunger for wealth at the expense of others is what leads to destruction. But in the hands of the righteous, wealth can be a powerful force for good. Think about it. Wealth can fund ministries, build shelters for the homeless, provide education for the underprivileged, and create opportunities for others to thrive. Wealth, as a test of stewardship, chosen ones often carry a weighty responsibility. God calls you to live with integrity, compassion, and purpose. But here's the twist. Sometimes that calling involves resources. Yes, financial one. When God blesses you with wealth, it's not just about your comfort. It's about your ability to steward those blessings wisely. Consider this: if Egypt was entrusted with wealth and resources during a time of famine. Why? Because God knew Joseph would use it to save lives. Similarly, wealth in the hands of a chosen one can bring justice, freedom, and healing to a broken world. It's not about accumulating riches for personal gain. It's about using them as a vehicle to expand God's kingdom on earth. The fear that blocks blessings, many chosen ones feel a deep sense of guilt when it comes to wealth. You might think, shouldn't I live simply? Isn't that more spiritual? While simplicity and humility are virtues, guilt over wealth is not. That fear could be the very thing blocking your blessings. Imagine a gardener refusing water for their plants because they fear it will cause harm. Without water, the garden withers. Likewise, your reluctance to embrace God's provision may limit your capacity to flourish. To reframe wealth as a divine trust, let go of the guilt. Embrace this truth. When God gives you more, He's trusting you to manage it well. This isn't about lavish living. It's about purposeful giving. Wealth can fund your dreams, enable you to care for others, and amplify the light you bring to the world. The question isn't, is wealth bad? But rather, how can I honor God with what He's entrusted to me? Your mindset shift starts here to break free from the fear of wealth. Start by renewing your mindset. Reflect on these questions. 1. How could wealth allow you to better serve your calling? 2. Are you willing to trust God to guide your decisions about money? 3. What steps can you take today to see wealth as a tool for good? Chosen one, remember, your worth isn't tied to money, but money in your hands can change lives. Release the fear, embrace the trust, and let God show you the abundant life He has in store for you. Signs you're about to step into abundance. Imagine standing at the edge of a dam holding back a massive reservoir of water. The tension is building, and the floodgates are just about to burst open. This is the imagery of financial overflow, a transformative moment where everything aligns in your favor, ushering in abundance. But how do you recognize when this moment is near? Here are some captivating signs to watch for, along with insights to help you prepare. Opportunities out of nowhere. One of the clearest signs of impending financial overflow is the sudden appearance of unexpected opportunities. This could be a job offer that seems tailor-made for you, a business idea that comes to you in a moment of clarity, or even random financial windfalls like checks in the mail or forgotten refunds. These opportunities are often unexpected, but they align perfectly with your skills, interests, or current needs. Psychologists call this the reticular activating system at work. When your brain starts noticing things it's primed to focus on. And spiritually, this is often seen as divine orchestration. The key is to stay alert and ready to act. Opportunities are fleeting, but those who seize them can ride the wave of abundance they bring. 2. A shift in your mindset. Another hallmark of approaching financial overflow is an internal shift. You begin to feel a deep sense of peace and expectancy, even if your external circumstances haven't yet changed. This isn't mere wishful thinking. It's a psychological and spiritual phenomenon that reflects your alignment with abundance. This shift often involves letting go of scarcity and fear. You stop worrying about how things will work out and start trusting that they will. Studies in positive psychology show that optimism and expectancy often lead to better outcomes because they encourage proactive behavior and persistence. If you feel this sense of calm anticipation, it's a sign that your mindset has elevated to a level that attracts financial opportunities. 3. Divine connections. Have you ever met someone who seemed like they were sent into your life for a specific purpose? This is what we call a divine connection, a relationship that opens doors you couldn't access on your own. These connections could be a mentor, a business partner, or even a chance acquaintance who shares a life-changing idea. In the world of networking, it's often said, your net worth is determined by your network. Spiritually, these connections are seen as orchestrated by a higher power to propel you forward. The trick is to nurture these relationships with authenticity and gratitude. When you honor divine connections, they often multiply in ways you never expect. Get ready for the overflow. If these signs resonate with you, consider it a wake-up call. You are standing on the brink of something extraordinary. But financial overflow isn't just about receiving. It's about preparation. Strengthen your skills. Manage your resources wisely and maintain a mindset of gratitude and generosity. Remember, abundance flows where it's appreciated and well managed. So, if opportunities are knocking, your mindset is shifting, and divine connections are showing up, don't ignore the signs. The floodgates of abundance are ready to open, and when they do, it won't just be a trickle. It will be an overflow. Get ready to step into a new season of prosperity. Practical steps to activate abundance. Faith without works is dead. Position yourself for overflow. The phrase faith without works is dead from James 26 isn't just a call to action. It's a life gem. Faith isn't merely belief. It's belief in motion. To experience the overflow of blessings, faith must be paired with intentional action. So how do you position yourself for this divine abundance? Let's dive into 3 powerful steps. Give generously. Create space for blessings. Generosity isn't just about financial giving. It's a mindset of abundance. Whether it's through tithing, supporting a charitable cause, or offering small acts of kindness, giving opens spiritual and emotional pathways. When you give, you're essentially saying, I trust that God's provision is endless. Proverbs 2:5 reminds us, a generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. This principle is not just spiritual, it's universal. Studies in psychology show that acts of generosity boost mental health and attract reciprocity. For example, when you tithe, you're practicing faith that God will multiply what you have. Similarly, simple gestures like buying someone a cup of coffee or offering a heartfelt compliment can spark unexpected returns. Generosity isn't just about receiving blessings. It's about making room in your heart and life for them. Harness the power of words. Words carry transformative power. Proverbs 18:21 says, death and life are in the power of the tongue. What you declare over your finances and life shapes your reality. Instead of saying, I'm always broke, start saying, I am a magnet for divine abundance. The science of affirmation supports this biblical truth. Speaking positive words shifts your mindset, rewiring your brain to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. It also aligns your energy with abundance, creating a fertile ground for blessings. Practical tip: start each morning with declarations such as money flows to me effortlessly. God's provision is always more than enough. I am a faithful steward of all I receive. These declarations don't just inspire confidence. They reframe how you perceive opportunities, shifting your focus towards solutions and growth. Walk in God's will. When you align your actions with God's purpose for your life, you unlock divine resources. Psalm 30:23 tells us, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord." Walking in alignment ensures that your journey is infused with provision and favor. Think of it like a GPS. When you follow the directions God's will, you reach your destination overflow. When you ignore it, you risk detours and delays. Staying aligned might mean pursuing a career that fulfills your calling, investing in relationships that build your faith, or saying no that will you off course. Practical tip: reflect on these questions. Am I pursuing work that honors my God-given gifts? Do my daily actions reflect faith and purpose? How am I using my blessings to serve others? Overflow awaits. Faith without works is dead. Because faith demands expression through action. Giving generously, speaking life over your finances, and staying aligned with your purpose are transformative practices that position you for the overflow. Remember, God doesn't just call you to abundance, He equips you for it. So take a step today. Give, declare, and align, and watch the blessings flow. Life gems: you were not created to live a life of lack. You were chosen to live abundantly, to spend money like water, and to use it to make waves in the world. Remember, abundance is your birthright, but with great power comes great responsibility. Having said this, if this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's continue this journey together. Your best days are ahead. See you in the next video.